Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. It is Wind Down Wednesday, which has become one of my favorite days of the week because I've been able to see you all and hang out with you all and kind of really get to know you and some other incredible members of our community, which includes the incredible Emely from Lux and Pups, who I think you guys are just really going to love. Oh, she's here right now. We're going to be talking about everything from what it's like to, just exist as a gay person, but also what it's like to fall in love and have a beautiful anniversary. And we're going to play the newlywed game with this amazing couple. I can already tell you guys right now that they are so cute and so fun and so cool, and you're gonna want to be their friend right now. So enjoy. All right, let's do it. Okay. All right, Emely, bringing you in. I'm gonna wait for her to join, but if you guys have any questions for her, please feel free to ask away. So excited. Hi,
Hi,
ladies.
Ashley.
Oh my gosh. You guys are so color coordinated.
Yeah, I know, right?
So cute. You guys look amazing. How's your Wednesday been?
Good.
How are
Good
you
so
guys?
far.
How are you hanging? Is it hot by you? It's super hot here.
It is so hot. Like so hot. Like
Yeah,
90s, I think.
Yeah, high 90s. We don't leave the house really, so it's
So
that hot.
you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Air conditioner is the temperature.
Yeah.
I love it. Can you guys introduce yourselves a bit and just tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Emily, and I'm the creator behind Lux and Pups blog and Instagram. And this is my wife.
I'm Yoli. I support her in what she does, so that's pretty much what I do. My hobbies are supporting her.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, she's my biggest fan, and she's my photographer, and all of that. So
All of it.
But yeah, so she's in IT.
Yeah.
She's a woman in IT. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Love to see a woman in IT. Not enough.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
So cool. Wait, tell me if you guys don't mind, how did you get to know each other? How'd you meet?
So our story is very, I think it's very unique and very special, but maybe everybody thinks that their story is unique and special. But so I was eating wings one day with some of my friends. I was at a restaurant and I got this random notification on my phone from Facebook saying that a friend of mine was across the street at a bar. And I was like, why is my phone stalking this person? And so I messaged her and she was like, hey, come over like after you're done eating. And we had gone to that restaurant in particular because the manager there, she was in training, so she was comping our meal.
Oh my gosh.
So that person, I met that person there for the first time. And I go to the bar across the street, hang out with my friend, and she ends up being a mutual friend of hers. And so she shows up with her cousin and her best friend. I don't remember meeting her cousin nor her best friend, but her and I were chatting.
Briefly, it wasn't even like 5 minutes maybe that we talked.
Yeah, and so then she friended me on Facebook, and then like a month later, we hung out, and then like the rest is history. And
Aww.
months down the line, she was like, hey, I want to introduce you to one of my really, really good friends, her best friend. And so it turns out that her best friend ended up being that manager that was in training the night that I met her.
Aww.
So we've just been in a lot of different places at the same time.
Yeah.
And so once we had been talking, she actually tagged herself in a picture of mine from like 4 years prior to me meeting her.
Whoa.
She was in the background of one of my pictures.
That's freaky.
Yeah, so and we have like, a lot of mutual friends, but honestly, I just think that it's right. Yeah, it's timing and like,
sure.
yeah, just timing. Yeah.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say, I love any story that begins with, well, I was eating wings.
Yeah.
Any story that starts with wings
Yeah,
is a good
yeah.
story. That's
So yeah.
amazing. And also, like, how often are we looking at our phones and saying, "Are you listening to me?" And like
Yeah.
getting mad at them, but this is like the best version of that I've ever
Yeah. Yeah. And back then it was like social media wasn't what it is now. So
Yeah.
the way that I got that notification, I was like, why is my phone even notifying me?
Yeah.
Now your phone notifies you for anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Everything.
so
Too many. Notification overload.
yeah, so many.
You
Yeah,
probably wouldn't have even noticed it if it happened
exactly.
today.
Yeah, that's right. Hmm.
Yeah, timing is everything. That's so
For
cute. Oh my
sure.
gosh. Wait, what kind of restaurant was it?
So the one that I was at, it's called Pluckers, and it's like the best wings of
Oh my God, I
life.
love it. Wait, but did you go to the place across the street?
So
Is
the
that where you
place
met?
across the street was an Irish pub,
Okay.
type of a thing. But they recently like closed it, I think. So
Oh.
yeah, we wouldn't even be able to go back to.
It's not like I hardly went to that place anyways.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Oh
Neither one
really?
of us ever really
Yeah.
went to that place.
No.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I was gonna say
Yeah.
like you have to do some fun celebration there, but you're like, nah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute story. So how long have you guys been together? I know your anniversary is next week.
Yeah. So married 5 years next week, and together.
Officially 9 years.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
Almost
gosh.
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years
Mhm.
in August.
That's almost a decade. That's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah. And I remember the first year we were together, like we were dating, all I wanted was to be able to say, remember like your last birthday, or remember like last year when we did this or whatever, like I wanted to have like years of having done the same thing with her.
Aw.
And so now I'm like 8 years in, and I'm like, oh yeah, remember 5 years ago when we celebrated your mom's birthday, or like went to like a family reunion or whatever. So yeah, it's been great.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh. But so when you guys met, were you both like openly out or not so much or
So Emily was out already to her friends and close family.
Mhm.
I was not. Emily was like the first girl I officially dated. Like I hung out with other girls or whatever, but I wasn't out to my family yet. And so
Wow.
she was the first girl that I brought around my family, and I kind of didn't even. And so how I did it was I told my one sister, so I'm the youngest of six, and
Oh
I told
wow.
my one sister that I knew that would, if I told her something, that she would go tell everybody else.
Everyone
So,
has that one member of the family.
Yeah. Yeah.
so when I was ready to bring Emily around, I ended up telling my sister, "Hey, I'm gonna come by." It was like a family gathering or whatever. It was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come by and I'm gonna bring somebody I'm dating," and I was just like, "By the way, it's a girl." And that was it. She just said, and this is like through text message.
Oh my gosh.
And she was like, "Oh, okay," and she didn't say anything. Brought Emily over. I promised that she had already talked to everybody by the time that we had got there to kind of give them a heads up, and that was it. I never had to.
Yeah, everybody was cool as a cucumber though. Like no one was like everybody was just like nonchalant.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
wonder if like she just texted you back, okay, like it's casual, and then like turned to the family, like, guys,
Yeah.
guess what?
yeah.
That's so funny. I love it. I love the one gossip in the family. Everyone has one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, and Candace Smiles and Pearls says,
Yeah. Hi,
I
Candace.
didn't. Oh my gosh, she said she didn't know that. She said that her Cedric, her husband, was her first boyfriend too.
Oh wow.
That's so
I
sweet.
love them, by the way. Candace and Cedric, they're
Aww.
our friends in real life, and they're just so wonderful. I love like Candace, the way that she radiates on Instagram is like truly how she is.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. I've met her. I have not met her husband, unfortunately.
Okay.
But she's just so sweet. Actually, I always tell her this, but she probably is like tired of me saying it. But she reminds me of like plus size Mindy Kaling, like the way she talks and like her little hand
Oh,
gestures.
yes.
I'm like, hello.
Yeah, totally. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so cute. I'm a huge Mindy Kaling fan, so I'm
Right,
just
yeah,
looking for
for
her
sure.
and everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay, very cute story on how you guys met. I can't even handle the fact that Facebook was like creeping on you. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Thank you. I'm glad, Candace, that you take it as a compliment. She is
Yeah.
a boss. Uh, so okay, so you guys met a long time ago when social media was a different world.
Yeah.
And then eventually you got into blogging and you made your wife your photographer assistant extraordinaire. When did that happen?
So I've been blogging for about 2 years now. And before I even got into social media, she was actually like the social media guru on Twitter. She has, so she started an account for, so South by Southwest, which is a huge music festival here. And it's like music and film, interactive stuff. So she had started a Twitter account that was for all the free events that happened during those 2 weeks. And so she has like 25,000 followers or something on that Twitter account.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
and we developed an app and everything, but we did everything independently. So, and then life happened. It was me and a couple of friends. Life happened, so we didn't actually fully like go full force with it. It's still there. The app's still available, but we just didn't get to do what we wanted to do with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
so
cool.
She was doing all of that, and I would even complain when March came around because she would always be on her phone or like on the computer, and I'm like, dude, I'm here. Like she would go from work to her computer.
Oh my gosh. You know? How often does she complain about it now?
Yes. And so then now the roles were reversed, and I was always on, you know, my phone or whatever, because it takes a lot of engagement and a lot of editing
much effort.
And everything.
And it's so clear you work so hard at it, and I know you're pouring a lot of time and love into it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. So yeah, like that. So that was 2 years ago that I started my journey, and it started because I got into like designer handbags, and no one in my life like was crazy about luxury handbags like I was. You know, if I would talk to my friends, I'd be like, girl, I don't know what the next bag coming out is, you know? And so then I started like, you know, this community on Instagram, and I noticed that everybody was so supportive. And then I started showing more of me and like my personality, and, you know, of course, my wife and my dog. So
famously Boo.
Yeah, Boo. And so then it just turned into, you know, just like a whole bunch of amazing women and some guys too that were just like so supportive. And I just really I've had such a positive experience with my account and all of that. So then I started noticing that when I started talking more about myself or posting pictures of me in a bathing suit or something, that I would get so much feedback of women saying, oh, I wish that I could wear something like that. And I'm like, girl, you totally can. Like, you're the only one stopping yourself. You know, do it. You know, do whatever you want to do. And so then now it's just like, I want people to feel comfortable in their own skin. Yeah. And I feel like everyone should feel beautiful, you know, like everybody should feel comfortable as they are right now, you know.
Absolutely. And the more images you get to see, the more media you get to intake of women whose bodies look like yours, the easier I think it gets. And you know, you being a content creator and putting out those images, I think is super inspiring and awesome. Also, like, shout out to all the awesome content creators who have just joined us. Hi, Shakira, the real sample size. Hello, Divinity.
My friend Steph. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Steph. All right, do you guys want to play the newlywed game?
Sure, let's do it.
I am so pumped. Okay, I heard that you guys are very competitive. That's what I heard.
Oh, yeah.
When we start playing Taboo, we have to be on the same team. Because if we're not on the same team, it's like...
Who's better at Taboo?
I would say Emily.
I don't know. I think we're pretty close. I'll take it. I'll take it. But we're pretty neck and neck. Yeah.
Okay, I'm really excited. So the way that this is going to work, just because we're on Instagram Live and we don't have a whole lot of fancy things to make it
Right.
happen, I want you guys you're going to just close your eyes and I'll ask you a question and it's going to be like, who is the better blank or the more whatever. And you're just going to like, with your eyes closed, either point to yourself or point to your partner, like whatever feels better, with your eyes closed, and then I'll say open, and you guys can look at each other and see like yeah, or like are
Okay.
you kidding me? Whatever.
Right. Okay, sounds good.
I think it'll be so fun. And Katie says taboo will make anyone get real intense really
It will.
quick.
Oh
It
yes.
will.
Yeah. Yes. For sure.
It
We've
can
had
pit
many
people against each other.
yeah, we've had many game nights with family where we just need to call it a night.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Okay, close your eyes.
Okay.
All right, who's the better cook? Open. Emily. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
What's your like best gourmet go-to dish?
so for me, I think that it would be like not even a whole meal. It would be my guacamole. I mean
Whoa.
guac. And she actually didn't like guac before she met me.
I pretty much hated it. Like I
Yeah.
felt like it was very bland, and being in Texas and Austin, like everywhere you go, there's queso and guac. And
Yeah.
like, or everybody wants guac on their food, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. And then like I tasted her guac, and I think her. I don't want to spill the secrets, but I think it's like she puts like a lot of lime in it, and I just
Yes.
it
Yeah.
is so good.
Lime
It's
is
so
key.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did.
Lime
I
is
all my
key.
life never ate guac until Emily.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Eyes closed again. Who's the funnier one? Oh, eyes open. Yoli
Yeah.
wins. I love
Yeah, for sure her. She's so silly. Like all the time. She's so silly.
Okay,
And
so
she
far you guys have been like 2 for 2. I'm like
yeah,
hoping that we can make this really contentious.
right, yeah.
All right. Here's another one. Eyes closed. Who's the better dancer? Oh, okay, open.
Yeah.
Emily again. Oh my gosh, you guys are too good at this. I guess it's because maybe you're not so newlyweds, but
Right, exactly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
oh my gosh. So wait, you're a better dancer. What are your moves? Are you gonna show us?
No, I'm gonna show you because I'm not saying I'm a good dancer. I'm just saying out of the two of us, I might be a little better.
That's a low
So-
bar, Yoli. I'm sorry.
It's the truth. Like I can't like I'll go out and dance with her just because like, but I'm not a dancer. Like she's like it's bad. It's really bad if I go out there. But I will. I'll be a good sport
Yeah,
about it.
she
but
will. Yeah, she'll go
no.
out there and do her thing.
No.
Oh, I love it. My boyfriend's the better dancer. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
I just,
It is
you
what
know,
it is.
it is what it is. All right, eyes closed. Who is the tidiest? All right, eyes open. You guys, you knew that. Although, Emily, you hesitated. You're like, oh.
So the
I've
thing
gotten
is that
better.
she's gotten so
gotten
much
better.
better. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to give props where props is, due.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, eyes closed again. Who's the better kisser?
Ooh.
Oh, eyes open.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty quick on that one too. I love it. Okay, eyes closed again. I have a feeling I know the answer to this one, but who's the bigger spender? Oh, eyes open.
Oh, recently probably.
Recently,
probably.
I've actually been really frugal and she's been buying it up. Like I go into her workspace and I'll catch her buying like stuff. Shoes.
Online shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now, especially like we're not going out. Like we're not going out and spending money here and there. So I'm just like, I might as well. I have a really big thing for shoes. So I love
Oh,
shoes, and now I actually have time to actually like look for stuff that you know, maybe that are more sought out and try and find better
yeah.
deals and stuff. But yeah, I love shoes, and I just can't pass up like a good deal. I cannot.
I was totally, all of my money was on Emily and her Louis Vuitton addiction over here.
Right. Yeah. Well, because the thing is that like she's making purchases like weekly, whereas mine are, yes, it is a larger amount, but it's like once or twice a year.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
I
This
love
year,
it.
this year for sure, I've out, I've spent way more money than she has.
Mhm.
Within since quarantine,
Yeah.
All right, that explains why you guys are like.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, eyes closed again. Who is the better gift giver? Oh, eyes open.
I
So, okay, I think that I am more thoughtful as to like if it's someone's birthday, I'll get them something that I think that they'll either like really use or really like. And I feel like she will get them something that she really likes. And I'm not saying it's a bad gift. I feel like I'm a little bit more
Oh, all right,
or like
Yoli, what do you have to
mindful
say
of
to that?
them.
So I thought we were talking about just me giving gifts to her or giving
Oh
gifts
yeah,
to
no,
others.
for sure. Like that hands down. If it's just between us two, like who gives gifts better between us for each other, then for sure, like hands down, she always wins. Like for Valentine's Day 2 years ago, she went to work, but she actually took the day off, drove to Dallas, which is like 3 hours away, and drove back the same day to go buy me these like forever roses
Oh my
that
gosh.
last like they're eternity roses, and they're only supposed to last like or they're supposed to last like a year. And I still have them, but she surprised me. She came home with the roses that she knew I really wanted those roses. So,
Aw.
yeah.
Okay,
So
well, there goes my who's more romantic question. Taking
Oh.
that off the list.
yeah.
That's so sweet. Okay, another one. Eyes closed. Who is more likely to deal with a spider? Eyes open. That was a clear one. You guys both had that one.
Yeah. Hands down. She does not do insects at all.
Yeah. Emily's skilled, like, so we live out like in the outskirts of Austin,
The
suburbs of Austin, and I've been mowing the yard or whatever, and I see a snake, and like I'm screaming, and Emily goes out there real quick with the shovel and just kills the snake. That's already happened like twice.
Yeah.
And
I
the
love it.
insects, if anything comes in the house, like I'm like there, like hesitating, and she just comes in from behind me and just kills it.
Yeah.
That I'm that one too, Emily.
Yeah.
Between me and my boyfriend, spiders, it's always me. It's
Right.
always
Yeah.
me. And that goes for basically every friend group I've ever been in. They're like,
Oh,
"Oh,
really?
me."
Yeah.
I've always
You're
been
like,
the
move aside, I'll
spider
take care.
killer. Yeah, I don't know. Insects don't bother me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, eyes closed again. Who usually gets their way? Eyes open.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like she's way more easygoing, and I like things like a certain way, I guess.
Yeah, like be tidier, please. And she is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
I've changed. Like I feel like so I've been like really lax about everything. She would like when we first moved in together, she'd be like, "What kind of toothpaste do you like? What kind of shampoo do you like?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't care, whatever." And she's like, "You have to care about these things." And I'm like, now over time, I'm like, "You're right. I do need to care about certain things." And so I feel like, I've changed that about me, and I think it's in a good way because I should care about things, right? I shouldn't just get whatever. So I feel like I've changed a little bit, but overall, I'm pretty relaxed. Like she
Yeah.
can lead on whatever she wants.
Yeah. So she's like, we're gonna have the good toothpaste steak. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, we're gonna go to the butcher, not just get frozen meat or something like that. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I ask her because I'm like, I want you to have whatever you want to have. Like And maybe it's because she was one of 6 growing up that, you know,
Definitely.
she just had
Yeah.
to get whatever she had, whatever was available. And so,
Yeah.
but now I'm like, now you're not, fending for yourself. Like, it's like we can get whatever we want,
Yeah. And she's like, I want more shoes, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's like, I don't care about the toothpaste, but
Yeah. Just the shoes.
yeah.
All right. Eyes closed. Another one. Who spends more time on the computer? Eyes open.
That's because
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
That's work.
Mm-hmm.
That's work.
That one was a slower one. You guys had to think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like so she likes to do stuff like at night and stuff. So like I don't see, like she'll go jump on, go to the computer, go to our office and like work, at 2:00 in the morning. So I don't get to see all of that. But I know that
she's a night owl.
Yeah, I'm a night owl. Like
she's working those.
That's when my creative juices flow best.
Yeah.
I feel like
Totally. I so many creatives are like that.
Yeah,
night owl people.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Ready for another one?
Okay.
Who does the dog like more?
I guess her.
Oh, eyes open. You guys point at each other.
Yeah. I feel like he loves me because I'm mama, because he was my dog originally. But then she came into our lives when he was like 2 or 3 years old. And so I feel like I'm the more like stern one with him. And so he'll go to her because he thinks like
he'll get his way.
Yeah. And he loves he'll be her shadow. Like he'll follow her and all that. But that's a hard one to say.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I asked and both of you were like,
Yeah.
The same groan too. You guys, I don't know what happened at some point in marriage. Your groan became the same.
Yeah.
All right. Eyes closed. Next question. Who has better taste in music? Oh, eyes open.
We are so opposites when it comes to music. Like we can never decide on a playlist unless it's Spanish music. Like Spanish music, I feel like we'll agree on. But she likes Motown and like that stuff where I don't like that so much.
So the reason why I put it to myself was because I feel like I listen to a broader music
spectrum.
Broader spectrum. Like I can listen to anything.
Yeah.
Country, I listen to everything that she listens to, plus like everything else. Like, is it my favorite music? No, but I can definitely listen to it. I appreciate just everything about music, but that's the only reason why I said me.
Yeah. No, yeah. I figured she was gonna say herself.
I love it. All right, next one. Who owns more shoes? All right, eyes open. Yeah, I figured you were gonna say that after finding out that you're a shoeaholic.
Yeah. Yeah, even though I do blog about fashion, like don't get me wrong, like I love minimalism, like I love essential pieces that are going to take you through, years to come. And, I'm not too much like on trends. Like, although like the trend, the tie-dye trend, to me, that's not a trend. It's a way of life because we're from Austin. And here, everybody's been wearing tie-dye since like the beginning of time. So
it doesn't go out of style anymore.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Tie-dye is forever in Austin. I love that.
I did get her though. Like she's bought a couple of like nice shoes, and whereas I don't think before she would have bought them.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely have influenced her.
Yep.
Look at that.
But the same with me, like with designer pieces, like I never, but I have designers now because, she's got me looking at them. And
you're married to Lux and Pups over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I know it's fun to see, you guys influence each other.
Yeah.
Okay, eyes closed again. Who controls the TV remote?
I would say it's equal.
Yeah, that one is, yeah.
You guys could not
yeah.
answer that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty equal. Like we watched the
Friends.
yeah, we watched pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be times where I'll watch a movie, maybe like if she's sleeping in or she has something to do, I'll watch a movie that I know that I'm gonna like. But for the most part, when we're together, we're not. We're watching everything we want to watch together. So.
Yeah.
So you guys fight over what kind of music to listen to, but not TV. TV, it's like
TV. No,
fine.
like movies is a different story, but just like regular TV, it's like whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, hey, it's kind of amazing that you can agree on what TV to watch because that is a constant argument in my house.
Especially right now that everybody's just like trying to stay home and.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's gotten worse. We've had to come up with rules in my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah.
We're no longer just watching whatever someone feels like. We have like, okay, it's Wednesday, which we've decided is Hump Day, which means romance movie. That's what we're watching. And Thursday is throwback movie. So it's like we have to, and we have to like the one of us. So Mondays are musicals. I'm more into musicals. My boyfriend's like not into them. So I suggest them and he gets the final pick in order for us to just like
that's a good
yeah. So we're trying, but the remote's contentious in my house.
So for movies, like if we try and watch a movie, it'll take us probably like an hour and a half just to find a movie that we both
isn't that the worst?
It's so bad.
It's
and
the
then
worst.
I'm just like, I'm over it already.
Yeah, I don't even want to watch a movie anymore. That's why I came up with a schedule.
Yeah,
I guess that says a lot about me, come to think of it. But it's our quarantine movie schedule.
Yeah, that's really good. I think we should do that. I think we should decide on the theme and then just go with that. Like there's,
Yeah. On Saturdays we do supplemental Saturday. We do a documentary, trying to, make it well rounded.
Yeah.
So yesterday was musical? No. Monday we watched Mulan because it was musical Monday and I loved it, of course.
Yeah. I've never watched that movie, but I want to because she wants to see the live action.
I heard it's like gonna be like one of the best live actions that they've done, that Disney has done.
I believe it. I mean, Mulan is like one of the best movies. It's just so like empowering seeing like this woman like star in a war movie and like go in drag and like it's really good.
Yeah.
And watching it just the other day, I was like, wow, it's very progressive.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I didn't even think about it like when I was, younger. And now I'm like, wow.
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
I love it. Okay, you guys ready for another one? I have a couple more that I'm really excited to ask you.
Okay.
All right, eyes closed. Who is most likely to sleep in the longest? Oh, eyes open.
So I feel like I can sleep in, but when it comes to the longest, like I feel like she actually just took the reins on that one like not too long ago because she slept in really, really late recently.
But I feel like the majority of times, like I'll wake up, so I wake up early because I have to be online and working by a certain time. And then like on weekends, like my body's already used to waking up. So I feel like on weekends I'll wake up early and stay up and kind of, do whatever while I let her sleep in. But I feel like she sleeps in.
I feel like I sleep in more frequently, but you can sleep in the longest.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you were really. All right, eyes closed again. Who does more laundry? Eyes open.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, I don't ever put away the laundry. Like I'll do it, but I hate putting it away. Like that's not a thing for me. Like if
the folding or actually like putting it in the drawer? What part?
yeah, like put like hanging it up and putting it in drawers or whatever. Like I'll do the laundry and everything. I'll take it out, and I'll even go as far as like, leaving it out on the bed, like so it doesn't get all wrinkled. But like
Yeah.
actually like going from that point to like being in the closet, like, oh no, that's just like, it's just not gonna happen until like it needs to be washed again,
Till the dog jumps on it
Yeah.
and then it's ruined.
Yeah, until it's full of hair. Yeah.
I saw this one meme online that was like, washing clothes takes like 25 to 35 minutes. Drying takes like 60 to 90 minutes. Putting clothes away takes 1 to 4 days.
Yeah, no, it's true. I don't know how people do it like with kids where they're like washing like every single day. Like, I don't know how they do that. Like, I can't.
No,
Yeah.
It's I don't know either.
Yeah.
I really have no idea. I feel like my hands are full with laundry here, and there's no kids.
For sure.
So,
Yeah.
Seems hard. If any moms are tuning in and have tips, comment please.
Yes. Let us know how you do it. Yeah.
I do not know how to do it.
No.
All right, next question.
Okay.
Eyes closed. Who has the most exes? All right. I think eyes open. I think we kind of covered that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, because you're the first scroll. So
yeah.
Okay. Next question. Eyes closed. Who was the first one to say "I love you"? Okay, eyes open.
Yeah.
Was there a cute story there?
No, I don't think so. I think she just
wasn't that cute?
Yeah.
I was ready.
She was ready. Like,
I told her pretty like early on when we were still dating. I was like, I'm ready to like, make this official. Like I'm not trying to date anybody else. Or whatever. I was ready.
Aww. So sweet.
Yeah.
All right, eyes closed again. Who's better at managing finances? Eyes open.
Yeah, that was established pretty early on, I think, like once we started living together and all of that. I feel like it's something that my parents taught me, early on. So I just brought that in with me to the relationship, and she was cool with it.
Yeah, it works out. Like I'm happy the way that, everything works out in that sense because for sure. Like she can save for us and all of that. I've gotten better.
Sure.
I'm just like, just take it. Take the money.
Yeah. There's always got to be one person who's like, I'm going to own this.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
And bless all of those people because I don't want to be that one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, eyes closed. Who is more athletic? Eyes open. Yoli. That was a quick one. You guys knew that pretty quick, both of you. Yeah.
Yeah. She I feel like you hand her a ball and like she just knows what to do with it. Like she's a beast at basketball. Like no one can come close to her, especially at the the what is it like?
Just like the shooting.
Like the arcades.
Arcade. It's so funny because like we'll go with friends or family or whatever, and they've never seen her like shooting, and she's like, hey, you want to go like against each other? And they're like, oh yeah, I got this. And then they'll start. Yeah, freaking right. Like not even like she always gets like double or more, of a score than they do. Like it's like just crazy. And she was actually she was able to shoot at a halftime game for the Spurs. Like we used to go to the NBA games like quite frequently, and so she actually like shot.
Yeah, I played some like game there at the arena, and then like because I scored a certain amount of points, they asked me to come shoot like for another round or something like during halftime at the Spurs game.
That's that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you make it? Was it like a half court shot?
I didn't make it. I think the prize was like a trip somewhere. I didn't get the main prize, but I got to compete in it.
Well, none of us are traveling right now anyway.
Yeah.
That's fine. But that's still really, really cool. Also, I love anytime that a boy is like, oh yeah, I could take this girl. And then it's like,
And then they're left looking really silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the best.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah, and I love it because I'm just like, I hear it and I know it's coming. So I'm just like quietly in the back, like just watching and waiting. Yeah.
I love it. I'm like, I was also that girl who's good at ball sports, and yeah. And everyone underestimates you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love proving the boys wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. Eyes closed. Who has better taste in food? Eyes open. Miss Guacamole over here.
Yeah, I feel like I had a more like a broader, like I try all sorts of foods, different like, you know, from different places, different regions. And because my family is Salvadorian, so in Central America, you eat some crazy things that, you know, you might not find here in the States, you know.
Yeah.
And especially like here in Texas, like we have a lot of like Tex-Mex like influences. So, and that's what she really likes. But for me, it's like, you put it in front of me and I'll probably try it. Like, you know, I love all foods. Although we are now pescatarian. So we like are, you know, we're limited now on what we can eat. But before this, like, I didn't care, you know, like, but she's a foodie. Like now she's a foodie.
Yeah, I just didn't like growing up the youngest of six. Like we had, you know, there wasn't a lot of money there to like, you know, we ate what we ate. But so we didn't go out to eat a lot at restaurants. I wasn't like, I think I had my first steak when I was in my 20s or something.
Wow.
So, so then like when we got together and, you know, she eats thigh, she eats sushi, she eats like all this stuff. I was up for trying it. I just had never like experienced it, but I won't say no. Like I love trying food. Like when we travel, that's like my favorite thing to do is try the food. So that's very important to me whenever we leave the country and go places. Is I wanna experience the food.
Like we need to make sure to go to a country that's gonna, you know,
good food.
Yeah, have good food. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I want all my vacations to be built around food.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like shopping, sightseeing, but the meals.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
So it sounds like, well, maybe originally, maybe not now, but Yoli's a pickier one with food, and Emely's a pickier one with music.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So so Yoli has better taste in music. Emily has better taste in food.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This works.
It's a good balance, you know?
Yeah, it's a good balance. Okay, I think I only have one question left. Eyes closed. Who is the first one to fall asleep? Eyes open. That was a quick one.
And that one makes me so mad. Not at her, but at myself. Because I'm like, I wish I could fall asleep that quickly.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's a talent. Like,
I
just wish that, like, I'm such a light sleeper. It's impossible. Like, yeah.
I saw a meme that was like, are you at that point in your marriage where you're getting yelled at for falling asleep too quick? And I'm like, all the time.
But I feel like it's a thing, right? Like I fall asleep earlier because my boyfriend snores, and if I'm not the first one to fall asleep, I'm up forever.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah.
It's like there's a balance. That is funny. Getting yelled at for falling asleep is funny. It's a funny state for you.
So early or like so quickly. Like I'm in the middle of a sentence and like I just hear like
like I was asking you a question.
Yeah. And I was like, and I think you were responding.
The best is when you ask like someone who's about to fall asleep a question and then they just start responding with like total nonsense that makes no sense. I'm like, Are you
Yeah.
dreaming?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Wait, tell us the story since you guys are about to celebrate your anniversary. Tell us a story about your wedding.
Yeah. So I love how we got married.
So start with the engagement and then go
Oh
to the
yeah. Okay. So
Whoa, start
we
with
have
the
to backtrack to
engagement.
our
Yes.
engagement, which that was really special. So I almost spoiled the engagement because she was actually going through catechism classes and getting all her like sacraments and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And I asked her to let me borrow her laptop, and she was at work. So she's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And on her laptop, she had like a little a sticky note or whatever, and I clicked on it, and it was like her speech that she was going to give at her baptism.
Oh.
And it was a great speech, you know, like I was like, yeah, that's awesome, I'm so proud of her, blah blah blah. And at the end of the speech she says, boo, will you marry me? And I'm like, oh no, like I can't believe I just did this. Like I feel so bad. Like
Oh
I
my
wasn't trying
gosh.
to pry. I just thought it was her baptism speech, you know? And so then I just like tucked it away. I didn't say anything. Her baptism came around, no engagement, nothing. And so then I
Oh.
was like,
Wait,
okay,
did she know that you had seen it?
No, I didn't
no,
know.
no, I
Okay,
never
okay, okay.
told her. Yeah, but what had happened was we had gone to the store. Like she was planning on getting me like a certain engagement ring or whatever. But then we had gone to Tiffany's, and the sales associate that always helps us, she was helping us with like a bracelet or something, and then she took us down the diamonds, and she's like, "Do you guys just want to browse them?" And she was taking some out. I tried one on, and I really loved it. And so she saw my reaction, and she was like, okay, like that's the ring that I should give her. And so she had to push it back because the price point of that ring was a little bit more, you know. And so she had to save up a little bit. And so then
Oh.
one day, like down
Were
the
you
line,
just
like,
like thinking to yourself and told him like thought she was gonna ask me to marry her. I
yeah.
guess
So
she's not.
I was like, I don't know what happened, you know. And I wasn't freaking out because, you know, we were fine. Like we were living together at that point already, you know. And so
Yeah.
I was like, you know, something just, I don't know, maybe just everything with the baptism, it was just like overwhelming for her or whatever, you know.
Mm.
And so
And was there a big group at the baptism, like a big audience?
Yeah, so we were gonna plan like an actual like gathering afterwards, but um when it fell on like the day it fell on, like mass didn't end until like almost
Mm.
midnight. So
Whoa.
so we couldn't do anything
yeah,
after that.
so no one was gonna hang out, like, you know,
Because
after
Yoli
we
will
did.
fall asleep
Yeah,
immediately.
exactly. And so then months, like a few months down the line.
Yeah, that happened in April, and then in August, which was our actual like anniversary
Of like dating.
Fell on like a Wednesday, and then I ended up proposing that Saturday. But you can tell.
So one of my girlfriends, she messaged me. She's like, "Hey, let's go have a girls' day on Saturday." And you know, she's a mom of 3, and so when she texted me, I was like, "Yeah, girl, let's do it." You know, you need some, you know, time away from the kids or whatever. Excuse me. And so I was like, let's do it, girl. And she's like, okay, Saturday. And I was like, all right. And so then one of my cousins, or both of my cousins, lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the time. And one of them texted me. He was like, hey, we're coming down this weekend. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, he never comes down. So I thought that was kind of strange. And then I was like, oh, are you going to, like, I asked him if he was going to be in town for, I don't know what reason. He's like, yeah, but also, like, for you. And I was like, for me, like, you know. And so then that's when I started like kind of, you know, questioning things. And then I text my friend, and I told her, hey, are we still on for tomorrow, you know, girls' night? And she was like, girls' night? And I was like, yeah, who's coming to girls' night? And she's like, no, it's just you and I. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's not much of a girls' night, you know, like just her and I. But then I was
Two
like,
girls' night. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, maybe she just wants to talk, you know, I don't know. And so we were out all day on Saturday with my cousins. Everything was fine. And I had a feeling that like she was gonna propose to me because of just like all the things that were happening. Like I had a feeling. But then I went to meet up with my friends and I didn't have a car with me. And so she told me, ask your friend if she can drop you off at home, which was far. And I was like, I don't want to inconvenience her. Like, please just come pick me up. And she was like, no, 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 please just ask her. And I was like, I'm not going to inconvenience her. Like, you need to just come pick me up, you know? And so then she was like, just ask her. And I was like, all right. And so my friend was like, is everything okay? You know, like, and she was in on it. And so she was like, do you need a ride or anything? And I was like, yeah, you know, like she doesn't want to come pick me up. So can you give me a ride? And she's going to be at a park or whatever. So can you drop me off at this park? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, you know, to like inconvenience you or whatever. She's like, no, it's cool. Like, whatever. She drops me off at this park. She's dressed up. She's wearing like a button up, a blue and white, like gingham style, like shirt. And Bruno's there. And Bruno's wearing
Bruno's the dog, right?
Yeah, Bruno's my dog. Yeah, our dog. And so Bruno's like he's wearing a button-up shirt also with a little red bow tie.
So cute.
And I was like, why are they so dressed up, like for being at the park? And so all of those things that I thought, like my suspicions, kind of just like all went away for some reason. And I was like, oh, hey guys, like y'all look so nice. And she was like, hey, so I had given her a scrapbook. So she brought this scrapbook to the park, and she's like, I added some pages to the scrapbook. And I was like, okay, cool. And so like I was looking at it, it had like a whole year's worth of pictures from our travels and all of that. And so the very last page was a picture of us, and it said, marry me. And it was just like so special. And like, I'm not kidding you, when like you see in the movies or whatever, and it's like all time like stops and like it's just you and the person, like truly that's how I felt. Like it really just was like we were in the middle of this park, busy park, but it really just was so special. And so we got engaged, and then we started planning a wedding in Florida because it wasn't legal everywhere to get married. You know,
Yeah.
You
guys have been together a long time.
Yeah. So we were gonna go and get married in Florida, just have like a beach wedding, and so we had just booked our flights, and that was a Thursday. So then the next Friday, the next day, we were getting all these text messages, emails, phone calls from our friends and family saying, did you hear? They just legalized gay marriage. And like, we were like, what? Like, I was like, I feel like such a bad gay because I had no idea that this was even like going on, right? And so we were like, is this a real thing? Like, what's going on? And we're both at work at this point, you know, it was in the morning, we're doing our thing at work. And so then we decided to take a half day, like leave work at noon. And so we were like, let's go down to the courthouse and just get a marriage license.
And then we could plan a wedding. We were also in the middle of purchasing a house too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it was a lot going on. So we were like, well, that works out. We'll just go get our marriage license and then plan a small ceremony here, and versus having to leave the state and do all of that. And so we went down to get our license, and while we were getting our license, they told us, hey, the judges are waiving the 3-day, the 72-hour hold or whatever, and they're extending their hours downtown. They want to marry people if you want to get married today. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we looked at each other, and Emily was like, you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, let's do this. So then I ended up, she's like, you have to call your mom. Like, you have to call your mom and let her know. And Emily ended up calling her best friends, and I'm the youngest of 6, and all of my family lives here in town. So all of them shot downtown. Emily's friends shot downtown. We had some.
All you had to do was tell that one gossipy sister, right?
Yeah. I was like, just message the sister, and she'll let everybody know, you know. And so, my family's not as accepting as her family is. So I told her, you need to tell your mom that she needs to be here, because her mom, from the moment I met her, has considered me a daughter. Like, she has made me feel like a daughter, and I call her mom. Like, I will never call her by her name. Like, it's so foreign to me. Like, I only call her mom. And so we all made our way down to the courthouse, and her brothers and sisters were there, and yeah, some of our close friends were there, and one of her cousins had just moved to New York, so she was there via Skype, and and so it was just like a few of us. Hi, Courtney. That's my sister-in-law. So she, so we went down to the courthouse and we just got married. Like,
That's so cool.
That was like the best way to do it. The day that it became legalized, you know, for our nation, like it was just so special. And what really made it even more special was the people that were there, like the older couples. You saw some like 60, 70-year-olds there that had been with their partners for years, and finally legally, like, you know, you don't need a piece of paper necessarily to validate your marriage, you know, relationship, but to have that legal document, you know, because I see marriage as kind of like you're adopting that person, you know what I mean? Like you're adopting them, like you're now choosing them as your family member. Yeah. But to see them be able to say that in their lifetime they were able to get married, like, you know, I don't feel like
they probably thought that it would never happen. That's so cool.
It was so special. And then there was kids outside, like heterosexual couples outside with their children, handing out flowers and food, and then there was a huge cake. It was like a rainbow cake that they had. Yeah, also at the
so you were with all of these other gay couples, all celebrating their love, all on the same day. Random strangers celebrating. What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh.
It was amazing. Like I couldn't have imagined anything better than that.
That is so cool. I mean, I'm sure there's so much fun that goes into planning like a big wedding, but having something like that and on such a historic day, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm like all warm and fuzzy now. I think we only have like a couple minutes left. So in case, is there anything that you guys want to say, Emely, advice maybe, or for, I don't know, anyone out there who's like, I want that?
So my thing is that, like, whatever you want in your life, whether that's a relationship, and I love talking to our single friends who are like struggling, or they're on dating apps, which we never, you know, had to do dating apps or whatever. But I always say, make room in your life for what you want. Like, you literally have to physically make room for that in your life. For me, it was through prayer, and I started collecting things for my significant other even before I met her. And a month later, after I started doing that, I met her. Aww. So I feel like you have to just kind of like speak it into existence, you know, so
make room for it.
Yeah, make room for it, you know, and I feel like, you know, you just have to believe it, because it'll come, you know, like without you searching for it or whatever, but it'll come. And I just think that everybody deserves to be happy, you know, and everybody deserves a partner, you know, somebody that you can truly be 100% yourself with.
Totally.
And you know, for me, that's her, like 100%, you know. I've never met anybody in my life where I can be 100% myself with other than her.
That's so sweet.
I think that because of our relationship and how things happen, I think that I don't believe in coincidence anymore. Like, I think everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and timing is really everything.
You weren't supposed to propose to her at the baptism.
No,
that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to meet 4 years prior when she was in my picture, like mid shot or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it was like so many different places where we could have crossed paths, but for whatever reason, that just wasn't our time. So timing is everything, but just making room for that person or whatever it is that you want in your life, you know?
I love that. Oh, I love that so much. I love you guys so much. I feel like I'm your best friend now. Can you adopt me?
100%. Yeah, once like all of this with COVID is over, like we need to bring you down to Austin.
And I need to try your guac, please.
Yes.
And Emely, is it cool if anyone who's watching who maybe has a not super supportive family of their lifestyle, like slides into your DMs to like chat or ask for advice?
100%. Like, my DMs are always open for that, whether it's, you know, a parent that's learning how to be accepting of their kids, or whether it's, you're having a hard time with your family, accepting you, always feel free to message me because I'm totally here. I am your gay family member, online. And I also have like blog posts up on luxandpups.com like that are about my struggles with